This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Racial consultant standing by for another round of Profile This. Caller 9-844-999. Ola will play Profile This coming up in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check-in to Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a woman in Indiana was so upset over her McNuggets order on Friday that she climbed through the McDonald's drive-thru window to punch the manager.
And her friend followed.
She did?
They both beat her.
Two people climbed through a drive-thru window.
Dang.
Right.
Then they climbed back out.
I was about to say, I just finally watched the video. That is insane.
It's just weird, man. I don't know.
Climbing through a drive-thru window to beat someone's ass and then climbing back out the window to get in your car is insane.
In particular, when nuggets are at the middle of the order. I guess they'd ordered their food. They thought they'd ordered McNuggets, but they hadn't. And that's basically what started it. But he did mess up because he did one thing where they said, look, we ordered the McNuggets. He pulls up the receipt, says, no, you didn't. I do think he could have just rang it up real quick and said, pull off to the side. It's going to take a minute. Instead, he said, hey, you got to pull back around. But that's not where he messed up, Ted. Where he messed up was he ended this conversation with, have a nice day.
It seems to me
I mean, at that point...
Was it a passive-aggressive have a nice day?
Dude, if you just told a customer who's already unhappy, hey, you got to start at the back of the line, and obviously things are a little and you finish it with have a nice day, I don't think I've ever said have a nice day to anyone and actually meant that word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're right. They probably already used some choice words, and that's why you're going to have to drive all the way around.
But customer on McDonald's employee violence only happens in 2 incidents that I've read in the last 2 years, and that's McNuggets and the ice cream machine.
That's
being
it,
broken
man.
down.
You don't have a burger, they switch. It's fine. But
I don't care where you work. You're running the late-night drive-thru like that.
Right.
You got to deal with idiots all the time.
Yes, you do, Ted.
You just don't expect those idiots to climb through the windows. Jesus Christ.
The 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon is rolling out. And it's got a ton of horsepower. Can you guys guess how much horsepower this thing has?
520.
Yeah.
What now, Ted?
Well, what's in like a regular muscle car?
Mine runs about 420, 470.
All right, I'm going to say there's 700 horses in there.
Okay, Thrill, guess about 500 miles, any guess?
I have no idea. I've got a 125cc Yamaha Zuma, buddy.
Rolling out with an astonishing 840 horsepower.
Jesus Christ.
Which basically makes it a barely legal drag racing car.
Yeah.
It's a death machine.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
What's the max amount of horses you can put in a car?
I don't know what the legal cutoff is, but that's probably right below it.
Yeah, that one's on me.
Ask a Amish man.
I'm in it.
Pulled over your buggy. Mm-hmm. You have over 800 horses, but they're actually horses. Yeah, but
800
law's the law.
You need some
Carriage he's
potato
got,
salad,
man.
buddy? I got potato salad.
Damn. A couple in Wisconsin got arrested after they came home drunk and high and tried to get their babysitter to have a threesome.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Golly. Okay.
Thanks for watching the kid. You know what?
Now
You can
open
stay
your
for a
mouth.
while.
I don't know what world they're living in, man. If you get lucky enough to have a good babysitter, someone who's reliable, dependable, will show up when you want to go out on those few times that you do, just pay them and let them go home. Pay them well. Be happy they showed up.
What's the problem with showing up drunk? You don't
it-
make good decisions.
No.
Is it fair that porn is to blame here?
No.
No.
I mean, how many of those videos go for that?
Do you think that they invented the porn first and then people said, ooh, that's a good idea? Or do you think maybe they came up with the category because so many dudes fantasize about banging their babysitter?
I think it started with one video that people started watching, and it broadened their horizons, and then it became a category.
Oh,
Man,
no.
I
This
think
started
you
with
are.
people already
Yeah.
doing bad stuff.
I think someone read the police blotter and basically said, look, honest to God, right? Half the categories like schoolgirl, barely legal, babysitter. Like, read the things that people get arrested for because they have an insatiable appetite for this stuff. Come on,
Plus, I
Mike,
mean,
like you
even-
don't know.
Right. I mean, Affleck just left his wife for the babysitter.
Babysitter.
Yeah.
Or who was the other one?
Schwarzenegger,
Then
wasn't there a thing about the babysitter?
Uh,
Mel Gibson?
damn it. Good-looking dude.
Ryan
Gwen
Gosling?
Stefani's ex. Gavin Rossdale.
Gavin Rossdale, yeah. You gotta wonder what that babysitter look like. Like, I'm married to Gwen Stefani, but I look at the babysitter and go, oh, well, she's really attractive.
You know what? It probably looks just like Gwen Stefani. It's the way this just stuff generally works.
God, I hope
The
she
newer
got an
model,
idea.
fellas.
Boy, the babysitter looks an awful lot like me when I was younger. Yeah, don't read into it, baby.
Yes, it's bananas.
You start looking at the miles. Moving on. A condo board, A condo board is trying to
And
kick...
you need odometer porn.
Come on, hit 100,000. A condo board is trying to kick a guy out unless he gets rid of his emotionally supported animal. No, his emotional support animal, which is it's a squirrel.
Come on, man.
He has an emotional support squirrel. What could a squirrel possibly do to support you emotionally?
Well, they do like nuts in their mouth.
I mean, it's like a ferret. It just runs and hides.
Maybe that's what he needs.
Maybe not this squirrel.
What do you think the squirrel does besides eat Cheetos out of your hands?
Maybe
Right.
it calms him down at night.
Squirrel needs an ID,
What?
man. There's got to be somebody going around who verifies all this
Like a
stuff.
little orange vest?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
come
he's
on.
gotta have something
It's a
on.
support squirrel. I mean, okay, all right, look.
But how do they know it's
But this is the
look,
difference.
It's a squirrel.
You need
They're
to have
everywhere.
I
So
swear
I
to God,
guarantee you, he told them it was his emotional support squirrel.
But if you go outside, wherever he lives, if he's in North America, I guarantee you there's 10,000 squirrels in a 5-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. So either, I mean, if I'm him, it's like, guys, there's squirrels everywhere. You can't freak out.
Here's the
Or
thing.
if I'm the condo people, I go, you need a support squirrel? There's 1,000 outside
But
your
here's the
window.
difference. If I'm on a plane with that jackass, he's got a squirrel on his lap because that's his emotional support squirrel. Meanwhile, I paid like $150 for my dog to be trapped under the seat in front of me with no room.
Because it's not a support
Miles,
animal.
everybody knows if you have a squirrel, you travel with it in your front pocket.
Okay.
Just like the squirrel master.
I like the guy who had the emotional support turkey who was flying on the plane, and the duck. Those are the two pictures I like the most. Like,
Where are
you turn
these-
around, there's this turkey like
Like,
flying in the guy's
what
lap.
the, I would have to ask the guy, look, man, and this is your private business. What the F is wrong with you that the turkey helps?
And why do you need-
Are you
yeah.
hungry all the
Right,
time?
like, what kind of support do you need? There's a duck sitting on your lap. Like, what happened to you?
Just get
Like,
Affleck,
what
bitch.
happened to you?
I want to know where Ted's finding all these chill squirrels. He's got one in his front pocket. He's got another one curled up in a ball next to his neck at night.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're support squirrels, dude. They're supporting stuff. And the one in the pocket, the squirrel master, some people get that right. That's just a dumb reference. Sorry.
You like the squirrel whisperer? Damn, dude.
I'm just saying, we could domesticate these things. They're everywhere.
Do we need to?
We have. They're called ferrets. Moving on.
They're not technically supposed to be domesticated either.
Yeah, they're a weasel.
That's right. You don't want a weasel in your house.
In case
But
we
some
get,
people do.
snakes.
Can we all agree that dogs are like the only like normal pet?
Other than cats.
And people, no, cats still aren't normal. Like, cats don't care about you. They'll eat you if you die. Look, they're cool with you because you feed them, you pet them, and it's like, look, if you're going to give me good food and give me a massage 15 times a day, like, I'm down with you, man.
My cat bit my daughter in the face 3 times over the weekend within 30 seconds.
Right,
It
that's
was
what
impressive.
I'm saying. Because the dogs are the only animal that seem to get grief if they bite someone, right? Oh, my God, your dog... Been bitten by a ferret, if you get bitten by the squirrel, if you get bitten by the cat.
Telling you.
Every other freaking animal gets away. Dogs are the ones that are nice and loyal. They are the ones that are happy when you come home, but we will kill those mofos if they bite you. Every other goddamn animal that someone has a pet, it's bitten me 150 times. I'm like, maybe you need to kill the bitch.
Like the
Fair
little
enough,
monkey.
dude.
Oh,
I mean,
don't let him bite
Jesus.
you.
That's a good
You know,
point,
it's
man.
everyone loves their dog. It bit someone. Oh my God, kill it. Well, no, every other pet has bitten you more than goddamn once. I just don't understand it, man. I'm a dog lover. I had to put him down. What? Because he bit someone?
Moving
Your
forward.
cat's been biting my ankles for 20 minutes.
Disneyland shut down 2 cooling towers after 12 people at the park got Legionnaire's disease.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
What does that mean? They have to wear a funny hat?
I have no...
And ride little cars.
Drive a little go-kart around? I mean,
Does they have disease?
Exactly.
Now I have to go to every parade.
Now I wear a little monkey hat with a tassel on top.
And I've aged 80 years.
Give Uncle John some symbols.
And we go all the way down to Oklahoma City for this dumbass.
Man, don't make me crash into you. Hey, you don't see me on a high-speed chase? I'm in a high-speed chase, bro.
What the hell
Was
is
he
that?
on the phone?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile
Hey,
This.
Stephen Throwhill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Tyler. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. All right, Tyler, you understand how this here game is played? What was that?
Sure do.
Sure do. All right. Here is your story. In this case, it involves a televangelist who allegedly used the power of prayer to revive a parishioner's erection. And he's demanding, keep in mind, the televangelist is now demanding that his handiwork be shown on TV, despite it being branded pornographic. Basically, here's the story. This guy is in charge of the Incredible Happenings Ministry. He's now planning a march on a local television station to protest his weekly show being canceled. He says, quote, I tried to stop them, but they told me they couldn't stop because they've been starving for months. The husband was excited that he got his erection back and even offered to pay me. Understand what happened is, after he somehow miraculously restored this man's erection, as they say, the man and the wife immediately started having sex, in spite of the camera crew being there. And the camera crew, being any responsible camera crew, oh, hell yeah, they filmed it. But this guy, the minister himself, would like the television station to show it so that they can show the miracle. The television station obviously is saying, yeah, we can't do that. We don't just show porn. But the woman even says, quote, my husband got his erection back, and when I came back from outside to call the crew to film our testimony, we were already busy having sex. We just couldn't wait. It had been so long since we had sex. Well, anyway, the pastor says, look, they even blurred out the naughty bits that they wanted to show it on TV. But again, the television station saying, no, dude, we can't do that. But my question is, this minister who is demanding that they show the miracle of restored erections and sex on TV, do you believe this guy is black, white, Mexi, or Asian?
This sounds overwhelmingly white.
Well, we can rule out Asian.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that they would actually have you eat up an endangered animal's tusk in a powdered form, and your erection would come back that way. Let's see here.
Apparently, he put his hands on it. I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Tyler, I'm gonna go black on this, just based on the name of the program. And the name of the program,
Ministries,
the Incredible Happenings
Ministries.
Happenings to me is a tell that this is black.
Why? Because what's happening?
If it's white, it would be like, I don't know, Everyday Living Ministries or something like that. Happenings, haps,
Plus,
black.
he went by
I'm
minister,
going black.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls himself the minister. Or
I'm
minister.
I'm going black.
I'm going black, too.
Just based on happenings. What do you think, Tyler? Need a final answer.
I'm going white for sure. I think you guys are taking a big leap.
Okay.
right.
We'll find out if he was black, white, Mexi, or Asian next.
Oops.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bichola. You have entered the men's room.
Profile this. We have a minister who has somebody that watches his program on TV there, and he couldn't get an erection. So he came to the good minister, and lo and behold, the minister laid hands on him, and he was able
Specifically
to...
on his penis. Keep in mind, specifically on his penis.
And
Well,
this
like
got
he did the forehead move.
And keep in mind, he could not get it up with his wife.
Right.
He couldn't make anything happen there. But as soon as the minister laid his hands on his penis, that excited our fella.
And they call this a miracle. I think we need to sit them down. Nevertheless, Tyler, we asked you, did you believe that the minister in this case, and his clients, for lack of a better term, are black, white, Mexi, or Asian? Now, Ted and Miles are like, dude, this sounds black to me. Wouldn't say that because it's something happening.
Happenings, yeah.
I think just the word minister.
Right. And in the end, you stuck by your guns and you went white.
Oh,
Sorry. He was, in fact, black.
congratulations! You win nothing. Mm-hmm. Now for all the TV news all the time. It is time for TV Time with T.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon!
the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
A bit of a drinking problem with some water just got all over my papers.
Yes, that's what a drinking problem is.
Not like ours.
That's what it was in the airplane, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just couldn't physically get it up to his mouth. So we kind of chatted about this a little bit earlier. Sometimes, I don't know if it's karma, divine destiny, intervention, right? Manifest destiny. Use a lot of fancy quotes here. But basically, this guy is in Atlanta, and he's robbing banks.
All right.
So he's in the middle of a bank robbery spree. So while he's doing this, on the same token, this reporter from CBS 46 in Atlanta, she's out there doing interviews about this terrible intersection.
Which again, is a stupid, ride. If you know it sucks, what do you think anyone's going to say? Yeah, it sucks. You're right. Thanks for coming down here with your news truck and making the intersection more difficult to navigate, but yeah, it sucks.
Right, so everybody's read this story. Like, you're just like, why would you stop and do the damn interview, right? Mm-hmm. So what you're going to hear here is what you're going to listen to here is...
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Here, here.
You have no idea for days. I've been thinking about it.
What, here, here?
Yes.
Dilly
no,
dilly.
listen, or what you're going to hear here, because
Dilly dilly.
people have thankfully bring it up to me.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah.
Because there's no way does it get in your head.
Here,
No,
here.
and it doesn't bother me.
No.
Completely fine. So what you're going to listen to here
Dilly dilly.
is...
You don't even have to say here. Just eliminate here, and you'll be fine. Because once you say here, you're going to go here, here. So if you say what you're going to listen to is a clip of
Here.
a guy on the side of a corner, and he's being interviewed about an intersection that is under construction.
But that's not what you're going to hear.
Oh,
What you're going to hear is the cop kind of talking to her about what happened. And then there will be a little snippet of the guy doing the interview.
Okay.
But then I like the cop kind of explains what he thinks happened.
While interviewing one of the managers at the BB&T Bank on Lawrenceville Swanee Road,
BBT.
they informed us that the suspect was seen leaving the Fifth Third Bank and walking towards a CBS 46 news truck.
You know, Gwinnett doesn't really have its own public transportation, so MARTA coming out here would definitely help out a lot.
I think you caught him off guard. I think you surprised him.
I want the cop. I don't see any other reason you would actively stop in the middle of two bank robberies to give an interview.
But they still have to ask if you want to do it.
Yeah,
And
you
keep
say
in
no.
mind, the guy even said, yeah, I'll do it. Just let me take off my do-rag. He had enough presence of mind to recognize that on surveillance, he had the do-rag on. He just knocked over the place. So, like, look, I got...
Dude, come on. That's not it. He knew he was wavy underneath there and wanted to show it
He
off.
wanted to show off them waves. I kind of thought the same thing, like, brother's got it going on. But listen, I got stopped once, actually right before Thanksgiving. It's not about drinking, driving, whatever. But I'm walking through town, and they're standing there literally just waiting for someone to walk by. I happen to walk by, but it's not like they put the mic in your face. You're not on trial for a felony. You're a random person, so they say, hey, would you be willing to talk to us about blah, 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 blah? It's like, well, what exactly do you want to know? They explained it. I'm like, sure, roll the camera. So they still asked him the same general things like, I'm from wherever. This is my name. This is why we're here. And in spite of the fact that you just robbed a bank 2 blocks away, would you stand here while the cops are right there to talk to us about an intersection that everyone in goddamn Atlanta knows sucks? And he said, yeah.
also might have thought
I
that
would.
it threw him off the trail.
Well, what about this? Maybe that intersection is that bad. And
That
just
he's
said,
even-
he said, you know what, man?
Yeah, hang on.
I got to speak on
I
this.
got something to say about last time I was in a high-speed chase, cops couldn't catch me because this intersection right here, man.
Well, I mean, he made a good point. There's not enough public transportation down there. Everybody knows that about that intersection.
I do like that about this guy, that he's like, look, that this part of the neighborhood needs help. Don't worry about me committing crimes and robbing banks, but as far as public transportation, yeah, we need that.
He's only like half Robin Hood. He steals from the rich, but then he keeps it.
When you rob a bank, all
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
rob a bank, right?
Correct.
They still charge you the $3 fee for taking out
Absolutely.
your money.
Sir, you can
Like
rob
if you
us.
take someone else's money out, do you still have to pay the $3?
Well, if it's not your bank, like, sir,
So if it's someone
do you
else's
bank
money.
here? And they go, well, actually, I bank at Chase, but I'm robbing Bank of America. And they go, ooh,
a
you can
$3
accept
fee.
or decline.
Okay.
If you hit decline, I hit the silent alarm. If you accept, you give us a small $3 fee.
So you only don't get the $3 fee if you're robbing a bank that's not
if it's a network,
different
dude,
bank,
right?
I
You
got
bank
it.
with Chase, rob Chase. They're like, hey, this is on the house.
But they're robbing you every time you take your own money out.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get it out.
You got to even the score. This guy's doing God's work.
Yes. Helping that intersection.
Maybe once a month, add up how many times you went to the ATM. Say you hit it 10 times. It's about $30 in charges, again, to get your own money
You
that
got
they're
to pay
making
for your own. You
interest
got to
on.
pay for your own money.
I feel like you should be able to rob a bank and steal $30.
You should.
Like, you
Because
should be able
they're-
to steal back what you had to pay in charges that are complete BS.
Why isn't someone holding up and arresting the bank when they charge me $3 to get my own money out?
It's not a felony, but still.
Seriously, I want my $3.
You got to
I
have.
want my $3.
$3.
You can rob people all you want, but you got to
Yeah.
have. You got to be rich and, have lawyers.
And then after that interview, he
Right.
went and robbed another bank. Where
Yeah.
again, he got knocked on a $3 fee because it wasn't his bank. And why is there a Baltimore Bank and Trust in Georgia?
It's not Baltimore Bank and Trust. It is crap. I don't remember because that's what I bank with, and they're mostly. That's just East Coast.
All right.
I thought it was Baltimore Bank and Trust, but I want to say they originated out of North Kakalaki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't remember.
Probably
what it is.
business bank.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. I like them. I like them, and I have no hassle.
So, like a week or two ago, Diddy went through this whole thing where he was going to change his name, right?
To Love? Is that right?
Brother Love.
Or Brother Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So first, what you will listen to is
Dilly.
is Diddy here, Diddy, kind of explaining that he says the Brother Love thing was just a joke.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to the conclusion that you cannot play around with the internet. Due to an overwhelming response from the media out there, and just due to there not wanting to be any confusion, I was only joking, okay? I didn't change my name.
What did Brother Love say?
It's just part of one of my alter egos.
Brother Love says what?
One of my alter egos is Love.
Brother Love.
No,
I
but to set the record straight, because I have a lot of press to do the next couple of weeks. You can address me by any of my older names, and but if you still want to call me Love, you can call me Love.
Nobody wanted to call you Love.
But I was only playing.
I just want to get attention. I want to get as much attention as I can.
Yeah.
And I was at home for 2 weeks, and I realized that I wasn't getting any attention, so I figured out a way to get attention, and then I backed out of it.
I am completely with you. I think that it's kind of a BS excuse.
Well, I like how he says, if you want to address me by Brother Love, dude, nobody wanted to address you by Brother Love. You came out and told us, call me Brother Love. Joking or not, no one's going to call you Brother Love. I'm going to call him Brother Love all the time.
And there's very few people that have successfully gone through name changes. He's one of them.
Diddy P, Diddy Puff Daddy.
Right.
Sean Combs.
Therefore, you can't bluff on this.
Right, exactly, right? Like, you've already done this, dude.
And it doesn't matter. Like,
no one cares.
You're one of the few people, because of all the different name changes, silly as it might be, you can call yourself Albino Milkshake if you want. It doesn't matter. Because it's you, people go, yeah, all right, man.
Well, so you stand behind it with your product, normally pretty good.
Right. That helps.
When Kanye does this crap, sometimes he comes out with an album that most people don't
Call
like.
me Jesus.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind, Puff Daddy is like one of the richest rappers in the world, but he doesn't even rap.
Nope.
He just produces stuff.
Sure.
I like his style.
Yeah. Produce some garbage, too.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Brother Love produced some.
But Brother Love is going to be...
I thought he was doing that as a way to explain what was coming out on his new album so you could hear
Yeah,
it.
generally.
You mean like how he came out with this song and was like, it's Diddy?
Well, no, but like if you're going to go hippie and Brother Love, like I'm assuming that this is going to have like kind of a more hippie
Remember
feel.
Chris Gaines was also Garth Brooks. What did Beyonce
Snoop
try?
Lion from Snoop Dogg.
Right, Snoop Lion. Beyonce tried. Was it Sasha Fierce or something else like that?
Yeah.
Like you can't just throw it out there, Diddy's been doing it, so we're like, yeah.
You're not
Diddy.
a writer.
And it was an old wrestler, Brother Love. So the wrestling people obviously were on him very quickly.
Okay.
But we're not the only ones that thought he was full of BS. Here's some of the highlights from Weekend Update where they call him out too. From SNL.
Sean Combs announced that he is once again changing his name, this time to Brother Love, as in, damn, this brother love attention.
The state of Vermont has officially recognized ultimate frisbee as a high school varsity sport. Dad? Hidden Valley is now selling a 5-liter keg filled with ranch dressing, though the keg will only be sold in states that allow assisted suicide. Archaeologists in Egypt have discovered a 2,000-year-old gymnasium, which featured a workout room, a racetrack, and based on my experience in gyms, the remains of an old man blow-drying his testicles. It was reported that Mike Pence has formed a vice president's club with Joe Biden and Dick Cheney, routinely calling them for advice. Well, that sounds like a stupid club, said Al Gore to no one.
I know. I
am Al Gore.
Right? Al Gore somehow went from like the vice president that didn't seem to have a personality and nobody wanted to vote for him, then into a guy that was kind of out of politics and like talking a lot, and now it seems like people don't like him again.
No. Al Gore was way ahead of his time. Al Gore, when the presidency was over and he was done doing his thing, he went out there and he would go on speaking engagements. He divorced his wife. And
I think she divorced him.
And she divorced him. And then
you want that penis massaged in Oregon,
yeah,
huh?
Exactly. And then
I'm tipping God, goddammit.
He was at the forefront of, hey, here's my penis, do something to it. I'm a politician. And it was just an incident at the Hotel Lucia in downtown Portland.
We've stayed there, right?
Yeah, we have stayed there. And it was over, and we didn't know about these massages that could come up.
Don't make listen,
but
I know this sounds
he's
stupid.
at the forefront of exposing penis, wanting other people to touch it. This guy was way ahead of his time.
But when we stayed there, we were like, Miles and I were checking in, and we're like, I'll be goddamned. This is where Al Gore was showing his penis. And I know it sounds small, but to us, we were
Not
like...
his penis, but just what happened.
This is a part of history now.
It really is.
Hey, Matt, where's your penis?
I mean, think about what's going on in the world today. Al Gore was at the forefront of that, like inventing the internet, the whole environment thing. He had his penis. He asked for someone to touch his penis who did not want to touch his penis first.
And look at that, man.
He should be a trailblazer. Look what's going on right now.
They have his monument
Tiffany-
in prisons everywhere.
Why hasn't
Tiffany
anyone?
Haddish, the host of Saturday Night Live, she had some very simple advice for men and their penises.
Okay. See how we just worked right into that segue? Didn't even
Fellas,
know.
I got a tip for y'all. I like to call it Tiffany's Tips. It's a tip. Listen, fellas. Listen, okay? If you got your thing out and she got all her clothes on, you're wrong. You're in the wrong. Wait till she take her own clothes off, then pull your thing out, okay?
That's pretty basic advice.
You would think.
But I know you think it is. I'm with you. But like I was saying to Mike earlier, like in 2017, you got to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, as we hear it in the news...
Is that a biodegradable oil?
You don't need to say it to us that don't have a lot of money for lawyers.
Yeah.
You do not need to say it to us that do not hire and fire people. You don't need to say it to us who vote on legislation.
If you've never been in a position of
Those are
power.
the people, right? Like, we're not in a position to do anything. At all. Trust me, man.
Trying to get the 7-Eleven girl up on this.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, the people that seem to not know this are the people that damn well know this. They just have, you got the money, you got the lawyers, man. They've been getting away with it for years.
It's right. Yeah. It's still just creepy and weird.
But Al Gore was at the forefront of it.
Hey, I was one of the first.
I asked a masseuse to touch my penis first.
I mean, I rolled over and showed her and everything.
I used to take my wife to Wendy's on our anniversary.
That's true.
Yeah. Think about how simple he had it every anniversary.
I used to put
he screwed that up.
I put my D in the Frosty.
That's how Wendy liked it.
Forefront.
I will say though, chicken cordon bleu, that's an anniversary good enough
You
sandwich.
masturbate to the internet? I invented that.
Delicious sandwich.
Casting couch wouldn't be there for me. I invented the internet.
So basically, here's a list of the 10 most popular shows in America right now.
Okay.
Take some guesses.
Oh, you just ruined it. Game of Thrones?
That must be a tough staple.
Game of Thrones came in at number 3.
Okay.
As I ripped the paper.
Walking Dead?
All right. So Walking Dead is number 2. You know number 1.
NCIS.
No. Think more of people.
Stranger Things.
Right. So the top 3, Stranger Things 2, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
How many network TV
Yeah,
shows
exactly.
are
There's only a couple network TV shows on there, honestly.
Right. No, I believe that. Because they haven't done anything cutting edge in a while.
Yeah. So like number 4 on the list is still Star Trek Discovery.
Damn.
That I didn't even know that was on.
And I think it only streams on one
Oh,
service.
Jed, here
it's
come the
CBS All
comments
Access.
already.
Well, it's
They're
one of
coming in.
those shows that it streams on one platform. So it's not network, it's not cable, it's
But look, if you're
Amazon, or Netflix, or
It's just
CBS.
CBS All Access.
Yeah, there
If
you
you're
go.
well, that means it'll be on. It'll get a shot. If
Well, it's
doing
not
well.
that. It's like it's just the fact that there's that many Trekkies out there that this show is that popular,
Yeah.
being on one platform.
Yeah. And then we go back to cable because you have the show Preacher. It's over on AMC. Mindhunter over on Netflix.
I've heard about Mindhunter. I know nothing about. I just heard it's good. I know nothing about it.
I don't care for the Mindhunter. I'm more into the Mind Freak.
Mind Freak, Chris Angel. I'll freak you into having sex with me.
Now network shows. The Big Bang Theory.
Really?
I know. And I'm with you. I swear to God. It's like NCIS. Like, I don't know that many people that seem to watch it, but it seems like everybody's watching it.
There's nothing wrong with vanilla ice cream, but that's what that is.
Love it.
The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which is syndicated, so she's on a bunch of different networks. And then from the Cartoon Network. Now, this show, to me, has fans that always want you to know they like this show. You guys watch any cartoons like that? Rick and Morty.
Okay, I've been hearing about it more. Like, I know it's out there. I have not watched
Love a
it.
good
I don't know
cartoon.
what it is, but
Yeah, and then you go back to number 10, over to Fox in the Orville. Orville.
Redenbaugh.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, it's a Star Trek send-up.
But it's
funny.
All right.
It's
the
a
problem
dry-
is
it's
it's
playing
Seth
off of
MacFarlane just being him. I like his cartoon stuff. I kind of.
Oh, you don't like real Seth?
Actually, no.
That's a better actor
Really?
than I
You
thought
don't
he
like
would
real
be.
Seth?
For whatever reason, like, I love his comedies. Like, I can't explain to you Family Guy how much I watch that show and stuff, or Cleveland Show, American
But
Dad.
just when the joke comes out of his mouth and you can see it, you don't like.
Yeah, when I watched like that 1,000 Ways to Die in the West or whatever, like I was real fired up and didn't really care for it.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. We've got your headlines on the way with Mike Hawk coming up in minutes. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Women lawyers in Chicago sue to stop inmates from having a meeting with Pamela Henderson. If you're always wondering, your cat officially wants your life to be over with. And done. Bar of Canada looking for bartender who ain't afraid of no ghosts. Man sues post office who won't deliver mail because of the Holmes old host. And it sucks when you're at court and drop your cocaine. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, let's go to Oklahoma City where we find this clip.
I'm gonna try to throw my tools out. I use my turning signal. Maybe if I crash, then I go to the hospital first. Man, don't make me crash into you. Hey, you don't see me on a high-speed chase? I'm in a high-speed chase, bro. It's funny, I'm like completely not under the influence of anything. Since I got out of prison, I haven't had no fun. I have not went out one time. I just wanted to get some assets.
Whatever that means. That was a couple clips from the Facebook Live recorded video of a man that was involved in a high-speed chase with police after stealing a truck. He was apprehended after fleeing in the stolen truck and being tased by police.
Okay.
Why is he talking about it?
I have no idea. That was the thing. You know, he said there, since he'd gotten out of prison, he hadn't done anything wrong. He just needed some assets, whatever that means. But apparently that means he needs to steal a truck.
And get in a high-speed chase and tell you about it in real time.
Eventually,
duck in this cornfield.
Yeah, a bystander actually shot the tires out from underneath the car. He actually started to drive the truck even after the tires were shot off and eventually stranded itself in a ditch.
No, he didn't strand himself. He ruined the rims.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, sure, man. You're on flat tires. You're ruining the rims. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, you might as well keep going,
My God, it had rims on it.
Did you see the part where they're like cruising through all the fields and the cops are chasing them?
No, I haven't seen the video at all.
It's just very, you're like, that is Oklahoma.
Okay.
It's just
Very flat, a lot of corn.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's wild.
Around the world, in Canada, a hotel has put out an ad for a bartender that fits a pretty specific demographic. According to the ad, applicants must be, quote, quite quick and better like isolation. It goes on to say that they must serve the hotel's front line, be okay working alone at night, amid taxidermied bear and caribou, and a ghost named Albert Johnson.
A ghost named Albert
That
Johnson.
town's got 50 people in it. If it was a job opening, don't you think someone would jump at it and take it? Trust me when I say.
But for a hotel, though, Miles, this is one
Any
of those
job.
This is one of those towns where you don't even stop in it. The best view of it is in your rearview mirror.
Yeah, but if you
That's
live
even
there
their
and
slogan.
you need a job,
That's
that's what I'm
right.
saying. Like, that means every single member of the town has turned the job down.
If you're here, you're pissed.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's just
Or they're
I
scared
guess.
of ghosts.
they can't afford a bartender, is what I'm thinking.
No, they can. They're willing to pay for one. That's why they have a help wanted ad. They're just making sure that you're okay with ghosts.
Who's going to go there, though? There's nobody there.
People who don't believe in ghosts.
But apparently, if that was the thing, they'd already have business.
Right, exactly.
You're going to be the bartender of a bar that no one goes into.
You think Albert helps out with the dishes?
So what they're saying is you're getting no tips. Come up here and work.
That's exactly right.
All right.
You're getting nothing.
You win nothing.
You win nothing. Not a damn thing. You stupid people. We go to Japan, where a suspected murder is being investigated by authorities. The victim is an 82-year-old woman that appears to have died of blood loss after about 20 cuts to her face.
She was attacked by her cat.
Police are seriously searching for their chief suspect, a stray cat.
Yeah. I saw it this weekend, Mike. My cat was sitting on top of my daughter. She was laying on the couch, and she was just basically looking at her phone, doing her thing. She tried to get up, and granted, my cat's feral, so this is not a good
that has a lot to do.
But but the cat's laying on my daughter's chest, and when my daughter went to get up, she grabbed her by the chin, then bit her in the mouth, and then grabbed her by the nose. So I'm like, oh my God, man! Like this frickin' thing, like it almost sailed off the balcony unexpectedly.
You know?
Like he's been a cannon, shot it out of my home. I don't know how that would have happened.
Did he start doing the rabbit kick on her face?
Dude, I was really close to picking that damn thing up and just throwing it.
Well,
sure.
yeah. I mean, at some point, the temperament of a downtrodden cat just doesn't.
Well, he's trying his best. But still, dude, trust me. And that's the conversation I had. Like, either he feels like he owns you, or he's just waiting to eat you. Like, he's got one of two natural instincts. So that's just the way it rolls, man.
Isn't that kind of the same thing? If you feel like you own somebody, you could eat them?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
why I look at my dog.
Animal.
Oh, yeah.
Just say, like, if you were like, oh, that dog thinks he owns you, like, yeah, he's probably going to bite me.
I've never seen cuts from a cat that are that deep to where you could have enough blood loss to actually kill somebody.
You've never been bitten by a cat. You've been scratched.
It doesn't look bad because they don't have, like, big-ass teeth, but I would rather be bitten by a dog than a cat, man.
Huh. Okay.
That's just, well, one, the dog typically bites you once.
Sure.
Before you fist it up and take care of it.
Cat doesn't stop.
Cats, they don't stop. They're 10 million times faster than you. It just sucks.
True enough. Paramedics in England posted a nasty note on their Facebook page that read, quote, "You may be saving lives, but don't park your van in a stupid place and block my drive." This was a note that was left on the windshield of their van.
Of an ambulance.
Ambulance.
Not a van. It's an ambulance. That's like saying like big truck. No, it's a fire truck.
Right.
It's an ambulance that's parked to get someone who's in distress.
Understandably so. The paramedics were at a bit of a loss for words and responded on the post by saying, quote, "Sometimes we just don't quite know what to say. Our staff will always try and park considerately, but sometimes there just isn't time. Hashtag sorry. Hashtag patient comes first." And what do you know? They were defended. That's it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. Awesome job. All right, let's see. Coming up tomorrow, what do we got? Ryan Castle, the drunk at charge, and to sit and spin. More Profile This and the return of the word.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. In the meantime, we're out. So, until tomorrow, do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.